Hi everyone, welcome to Chill English Channel, and thank you for spending your time learning English with us today.
We're really happy you're here, and today we will talk about English for presentations in a simple and clear way.
This topic is useful for school presentations, college classes, work meetings, and even short talks with classmates.
Many learners feel nervous about presentations, but simple English can still sound clear, polite, and confident.
Yes, you do not need difficult words to give a good presentation, especially when your message is clear.
Today, we will focus on basic presentation English that A1 to B1 learners can use comfortably.
We will start with the most important part, which is how to begin a presentation in English.
The beginning is important because it helps people understand who you are and what you will talk about.
Let's imagine you are standing in front of your class or team and everyone is looking at you.
You can start with a simple greeting, like, "Good morning, everyone. Thank you for listening today."
This sentence is polite, clear, and works in school, college, and most work situations.
After greeting, it is helpful to introduce yourself, especially if people do not know you well.
For example, you can say, "My name is Sophia, and I'm a student in this class."
Or, at work, you might say, "My name is Jake, and I work in the marketing team."
These sentences are short, simple, and easy to remember, which is perfect for learners.
Next, you should tell people what your presentation is about, so they feel relaxed and focused.
You can say, "Today, I would like to talk about my favorite hobby."
Or, you can say, "Today, my presentation is about time management at work."
Using "today" helps listeners know this is the main topic right now.
Another easy sentence is, "In this presentation, I will talk about 3 main points."
This sentence is very useful because it shows structure, even with simple English.
Structure helps your listeners follow you, and it also helps you feel more confident.
Many learners think presentations need long sentences, but short sentences are often better.
Yes, short sentences are clearer, and they reduce mistakes when you are nervous.
Let's talk about language style, because presentation English is usually polite and calm.
You do not need very formal English, but you should avoid very casual slang.
For example, instead of saying, "Hey guys," you can say, "Hello everyone."
Instead of saying, "I want to talk about," you can say, "I would like to talk about."
These small changes make your English sound more professional and friendly.
Now let's imagine a student presentation at school or college.
A simple opening could be, "Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sophia."
Then you can continue with, "Today I am going to talk about climate change."
That is already a strong and clear start, even for a beginner level.
At work, the opening is very similar, so you do not need different English.
For example, "Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to this meeting."
Then you can say, "Today I would like to present our project results."
As you can see, simple English works in many situations.
If you're enjoying this podcast and learning with us, please subscribe to Chill English Channel.
Subscribing helps you practice English regularly and not feel alone in your learning journey.
Now, let's talk about confidence, because language and confidence work together.
Even simple sentences sound good when you speak slowly and clearly.
You do not need to speak fast, and you do not need to sound perfect.
Making small pauses is okay, and it helps your listeners understand you better.
Also, it is okay to look at your notes sometimes, especially if you are learning.
A presentation is not a test, it is a way to share information.
When you remember this, your English will sound more natural.
In presentations, your goal is communication, not perfection.
Simple English helps you focus on your message, not on difficult grammar.
So today, we started with greetings, introductions, and stating your topic clearly.
These are the building blocks of any good presentation at school, college, or work.
When these parts are clear, the rest of your presentation feels much easier.
All right, now let's continue and talk about the middle part of a presentation in simple English.
This part is where you explain your ideas, examples, or information step by step.
Many learners worry about this part, but we will keep everything clear and easy.
First, it is helpful to organize your ideas into points, even if they are very simple.
You can tell your listeners this by saying, "First, I will talk about,"
Then you continue with, "Second, I will explain."
and finally, you can say, "Third, I will share."
These words help your audience follow your presentation without feeling confused.
Let's imagine a school presentation about hobbies.
You can say, "First, I will talk about why I like this hobby."
Then, "Second, I will explain how often I do this hobby."
And after that, "Third, I will talk about how this hobby helps me relax."
As you can hear, the sentences are simple but very clear.
At work or college, the same structure is very useful.
For example, first, I will explain the problem.
Second, I will show our solution.
Third, I will talk about the results.
Using this structure makes your presentation sound organized and confident.
Now let's talk about explaining ideas in a simple way.
You do not need long explanations or difficult vocabulary.
Short sentences are better, especially when you feel nervous.
For example, instead of a long sentence, you can use 2 short ones.
You can say, "This project is important. It helps our team save time."
This sounds natural and is easy to understand for listeners.
Giving examples is also very helpful in presentations.
You can start an example by saying, "For example."
Or you can say, "For instance."
In a class presentation, you might say, "For example, many students use this app."
At work, you can say, "For example, our sales increased last month."
Examples make your ideas clearer and more interesting.
Now let's talk about using simple linking words.
Linking words help connect your sentences smoothly.
Easy linking words include and, but, so, and because.
For example, "This task is difficult, but it is very important."
Or, "We worked late, so we finished the project on time."
These words are basic but very powerful in presentations.
Another useful phrase is, "As you can see," when you show a slide or picture.
You can say, "As you can see, this chart shows our progress."
This phrase works well in school, college, and work presentations.
Now let's talk about speaking speed and clarity.
When learners feel nervous, they often speak too fast.
Speaking slowly helps your pronunciation and grammar sound better.
It also helps your listeners understand you more easily.
It is okay to pause for a second before your next sentence.
Pauses make you sound calm and confident.
Another helpful tip is repeating key ideas.
For example, you can say, "This point is very important."
Then you explain it again in a simple way.
Repetition helps people remember your message.
Now let's practice a short middle part together.
First, I will explain the problem we had last month.
The problem was delays in communication.
For example, some emails were not answered on time.
Because of this, our work became slower.
This is simple English, but it sounds professional and clear.
If you forget a word during your presentation, do not panic.
You can use another word or explain it in a different way.
Communication is more important than perfect vocabulary.
Your audience usually wants to understand you, not judge you.
When you remember this, speaking becomes much easier.
In this part, we learned how to explain ideas, give examples, and connect sentences.
These skills help you feel more confident in the middle of your presentation.
Next, we will talk about how to end a presentation clearly and politely.
We will also share simple closing phrases you can use anywhere. Now let's focus on the final part of a presentation, because a strong ending leaves a good feeling.
Many learners stop suddenly, but a clear ending helps your audience understand you better.
Ending well does not mean using difficult English. It means being clear and polite.
First, it is helpful to show people that your presentation is coming to an end.
You can use simple sentences like, "Now I would like to finish my presentation."
Another easy option is, "Now I'm going to conclude my presentation."
These sentences prepare your listeners and help them focus on your final message.
After that, it is very important to summarize your main ideas.
A summary reminds people what you talked about, especially if your presentation was long.
You do not need to repeat every detail, only the most important points.
For example, you can say, "Today I talked about 3 main points."
Then, you can list them clearly and slowly.
First, I explained the topic.
Second, I shared some examples.
Third, I talked about the results or conclusions.
This structure is simple, but it sounds very organized and professional.
At school or college, teachers really like clear summaries like this.
At work, managers and teammates also appreciate short and clear endings.
Another useful phrase is, "To sum up, this topic is very important for us."
Or you can say, "In conclusion, this information can help us in our daily work."
These phrases sound natural and polite, even for A1 or A2 learners.
Now, let's talk about sharing a final thought or message.
A final message can be a suggestion, a hope, or a simple opinion.
For example, "I hope this presentation helped you understand the topic better."
Or, "I believe this idea can help us improve our work."
These sentences make your presentation feel complete.
You do not need strong opinions or complex grammar here. Simple and honest English is always better.
Now, let's talk about thanking your audience, which is very important.
Saying thank you shows respect and confidence.
You can say, "Thank you very much for listening."
Or, "Thank you for your time and attention today."
These sentences are easy and work in all presentation situations.
In some presentations, you may also invite questions.
You can say, "If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them." Or, "Thank you for listening, and I'm ready for questions now."
Even if you feel nervous, these sentences help you sound calm.
Let's talk about body language and voice at the end of a presentation.
Try to stand straight and look at your audience when you finish.
Speaking slowly at the end is very important.
Many learners speak too fast because they want to finish quickly.
But slow speech makes your English sound clearer and more confident.
A short pause before saying thank you can also be very powerful.
It gives your audience time to think about what you said.
Now let's practice a longer example ending together.
Now, I would like to conclude my presentation.
Today, I talked about the main problem, the solution, and the results.
I hope this presentation helped you understand the topic better.
Thank you very much for listening, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
This ending is clear, polite, and easy to remember.
Remember, you do not need perfect English to give a good presentation.
Your goal is communication, not perfection.
Making small mistakes is normal, even for advanced speakers.
What matters most is that people understand your message.
Practicing your opening, middle, and ending will help you feel more confident.
You can practice in front of a mirror or record your voice at home.
Listening to yourself helps you improve your pronunciation and speed.
Over time, presentations will feel less stressful.
And simple English will start to feel natural and comfortable.
We hope this episode helps you feel ready for presentations at school, college, or work.
If you found this lesson useful, please leave a comment and share your experience.
And don't forget to subscribe to Chill English channel for more simple English practice.
We are really happy to learn and grow together with you.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and trust your English journey.